What if I told you that walking 10,000 steps every single day might actually be preventing you from losing the belly fat you desperately want gone? You're about to discover the exact Japanese walking technique that medical researchers prove burns stubborn abdominal fat faster than traditional walking, using less time and fewer steps. Here's what makes this different. There's one critical mistake that 9 out of 10 seniors make during their daily walks that completely shuts down fat-burning hormones, and correcting it takes just 6 minutes of your walking routine. Linda from Tucson walked faithfully for 45 minutes daily, consistently hitting her 10,000 steps, but her belly fat never changed. Her doctor suggested alternating her walking speed every few minutes instead of maintaining that steady, comfortable pace. Within 8 weeks, Linda dropped 3 inches from her waistline while actually walking less total time than before. Topic 1. The fatal flaw with steady pace. Walking. Your body completely stops burning belly fat when you walk at the same comfortable pace every single day. This isn't about effort or dedication, because you're probably working hard during those walks. The problem is biological. Research from the University of Colorado's Anschutz Medical Campus demonstrates that steady-state walking creates what scientists call metabolic adaptation. Your metabolism learns to conserve energy instead of burning stored fat when you repeat the same intensity level day after day. Your body becomes efficient at that specific pace, which sounds positive but actually works against fat loss. Think about driving your car at exactly 40 miles per hour for months on end. The engine becomes incredibly efficient and uses minimal fuel at that speed. Your body does precisely the same thing with belly fat when you walk at one steady pace. Kenneth from Baltimore walked the same neighborhood loop at the same speed for 2 years and wondered why his waistline never changed despite logging over 700 miles annually. The moment he started varying his walking speed within each session, his body responded within weeks. Every single day, you continue walking at that same comfortable speed, you're actively training your metabolism to hold on to abdominal fat rather than release it. This metabolic adaptation happens faster in adults over 60 because our bodies naturally become more efficient with age. The solution isn't walking more steps or walking longer distances. Begin alternating between faster and slower walking speeds within the same walk starting immediately. This pattern keeps your metabolism confused and actively burning fat instead of conserving it. Start changing your walking pattern today, or watch another frustrating month pass with absolutely zero belly fat loss despite your consistent effort. The walking you're doing isn't wasted, but it needs one crucial adjustment to finally deliver the results you deserve. Topic 2. What makes Japanese interval walking different? Why are Japanese researchers consistently achieving belly fat loss results that traditional American walking programs simply cannot match? The answer lies in a specific protocol developed through years of metabolic research focused specifically on older adults. Scientists at Shinshu University Medical School created a walking method that showed significant visceral fat reduction in participants over 60, something that traditional steady-pace walking failed to accomplish in the same time frame with the same population. This isn't about cultural differences or genetics, it's about understanding how the human metabolism responds to varying intensity levels. Instead of walking steadily for 30 or 40 minutes like most Americans do, this Japanese method alternates 3 minutes of brisk walking with 3 minutes of easy walking, repeated 5 times within a single session. The total walking time is actually shorter than what most seniors currently do. Diane from Michigan was skeptical that walking less time could produce better results, but after 4 weeks of following this interval pattern, she lost 2 inches from her waist, while her previous 6 months of steady walking had produced 0 measurable change. Ignoring this proven interval pattern means you'll continue burning minimal calories while your dangerous belly fat remains stubbornly in place month after month. The research is clear and the results are measurable. Set a simple timer for 3-minute intervals and alternate between speeding up and slowing down. No fancy equipment, no expensive gym membership, no complicated tracking systems required. Just your walking shoes, a basic timer, and the commitment to alternate your pace. The difference between finally losing inches and wasting another 3 months doing ineffective exercise comes down to applying this one pattern shift immediately. Thousands of seniors are seeing real results right now using this exact method. Topic 3. How fast intervals trigger fat-burning hormones. The 3 minutes of faster walking unlock powerful fat-burning hormones that steady, comfortable walking never activates in your body. This is pure biology, not motivation or willpower. According to metabolic research published by Johns Hopkins Medicine, interval-based exercise significantly elevates what scientists call catecholamine hormones. These are your body's natural fat-releasing signals that specifically target abdominal fat storage. Your belly fat cells have receptors that respond directly to these hormones, but only when they're released in sufficient quantities. During your 3 fast minutes, your breathing becomes noticeably heavier and you can only speak in short phrases rather than full sentences. This intensity level sends an urgent signal to your body that it needs more energy immediately, which triggers the release of stored belly fat into your bloodstream for fuel. Howard from Denver noticed that during his fast intervals, he could feel his heart working harder and his legs engaging more muscles, sensations he never experienced during his previous steady walks. Without these brief intensity bursts happening multiple times during your walk, your belly fat cells remain locked in storage mode. They hold onto energy instead of releasing it, no matter how many total miles you walk or how many days per week you exercise. The metabolic signal to release fat simply never gets strong enough. During your fast intervals, walk exactly as if you're running late for an important doctor's appointment. Use quick, purposeful arm swings, take longer strides, and maintain that urgent pace that makes conversation difficult. Each fast interval you complete today is actively working to shrink your waistline at the cellular level. Don't waste another week doing steady walks that produce minimal hormonal response. Topic 4. The recovery intervals that maximize fat loss. Why do the 3-minute easy intervals matter just as much as the challenging fast ones for losing belly fat? Most people assume that slowing down reduces results, but the science proves otherwise. Research from the Mayo Clinic's Department of Cardiovascular Medicine shows that recovery intervals allow your cardiovascular system to clear metabolic waste products while maintaining an elevated metabolism. This specific combination sustains fat burning significantly longer than continuous exercise at one steady pace. The recovery period isn't rest, it's strategic metabolic management. During your recovery intervals, slow your pace to where you can hold a normal, comfortable conversation without gasping for air. Your heart rate drops back toward normal, but your metabolism stays elevated and continues burning the fat that was released during your fast interval. Phyllis from Arizona discovered that she actually burned more total fat by including proper recovery intervals than when she tried to push hard the entire walk. Her fitness tracker showed her metabolism stayed elevated for hours after her interval walks, something that never happened with her previous steady pace routine. Skipping recovery intervals entirely or walking too fast during them prevents your body from sustaining fat burn throughout the entire session. It also dramatically increases your risk of joint pain, muscle strain, or cardiovascular stress, which is especially dangerous for seniors. Many older adults make the mistake of thinking that easier equals less effective, but in interval training, the recovery phase is where much of the actual fat burning continues to happen. Use what exercise scientists call the talk test to gauge your recovery pace perfectly. If you can comfortably speak full sentences without huffing, your recovery pace is ideal for maximizing safe fat loss. Proper recovery intervals are your secret weapon for sustainable results. Start balancing effort with active recovery in your very next walk, not next week. Topic 5. The exact 30-minute protocol that works. Here's the complete step-by-step pattern that multiple research studies prove melts belly fat faster and more effectively than walking 10,000 steady steps. Clinical trials documented by the American College of Sports Medicine found that 30 minutes of interval walking performed 4 times weekly produced greater reductions in waist circumference than 60 minutes of continuous walking in participants over 65 years old. The interval group lost more belly fat in half the time. This isn't about working harder for longer, it's about working smarter with proven timing. Your complete 30-minute session breaks down into specific segments. Minutes 0 through 5 are your warm-up at a comfortable pace that gradually prepares your muscles and cardiovascular system. Minutes 5 through 8 are your first fast interval lasting 3 full minutes. Minutes 8 through 11 bring your first easy recovery interval. You then repeat this fast and easy pattern 5 complete times total, which brings you to minute 26. Minutes 26 through 30 are your cool down, where you gradually decrease your pace. Gerald from Ohio struggled with the timing initially, but found that setting a simple repeating timer on his basic phone made it effortless to follow. Without following this specific timing structure, you're essentially doing random walking that produces random results, or frequently no measurable results at all. The precise timing matters because it optimizes hormonal response, metabolic elevation, and cardiovascular adaptation. Set a basic timer on your phone to alert you every 3 minutes. You don't need expensive fitness watches, complicated apps, or any special technology. A simple kitchen timer works perfectly if you prefer not using your phone. This exact protocol is producing real measurable results for thousands of seniors right now across America. Join them today by following this proven structure, not someday when conditions feel perfect. Topic 6. Safety adjustments for seniors. Over 60, how do you achieve maximum belly fat loss while simultaneously protecting your joints, heart, and overall health? This balance is crucial for sustainable long-term results. Harvard Medical School's Division of Aging specifically recommends that seniors begin interval training gradually, using perceived exertion rather than heart rate monitors to safely increase cardiovascular fitness while minimizing orthopedic stress. Your body's signals are more reliable and safer to follow than any number on a device. Listen to what your body tells you during each interval. Cheryl from Portland started with just 2-minute fast intervals instead of the full 3 minutes, gradually building her capacity over 2 weeks until 3 minutes felt manageable. She still lost belly fat consistently while completely avoiding the knee discomfort she'd experienced with previous exercise programs. The principle remains the same. Whether your intervals are 2 minutes or 3 minutes, start where you are, not where you think you should be. Another senior, Vincent from North Carolina, discovered that walking on flat, smooth surfaces for his first month prevented the ankle soreness he'd feared, and later he added gentle inclines as his strength improved. Pushing yourself too hard, too fast, leads directly to joint injuries, muscle strains, or cardiovascular incidents that can sideline you for weeks or even months. This completely derails your fat loss progress and potentially creates serious health complications. The goal is consistent, sustainable progress, not dramatic short-term intensity that leads to injury. If 3-minute intervals feel too challenging right now, start with 2-minute intervals or even 90-second intervals. Consistency matters infinitely more than perfect timing when you're beginning this new pattern. Protecting your body while effectively burning belly fat starts with intelligent modifications today. Don't let ego or impatience create an injury that stops your progress tomorrow. Topic 7. The first week action plan. Your transformation begins with one simple commitment you make this week, not next month or after the holidays. According to behavioral research from Stanford University Medical Center, seniors who commit to 4 specific scheduled walking sessions per week achieve 3 times better long-term adherence and measurable results than those who vaguely plan to walk more often without specific days and times. Specific commitment creates automatic habits that require 0 daily motivation or decision-making. Vague intentions create sporadic effort that produces minimal results. Pick up a pen right now and mark your calendar for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Write 30 minutes for interval walking at the same time each of those days, if your schedule allows consistency. Beverly from Florida chose 7 a.m. for all 4 days because it fit her routine perfectly, while Thomas from Texas selected different times for different days based on his volunteer schedule. Both approaches work equally well as long as the days and times are decided in advance and protected like important appointments. This removes the daily decision of whether to walk, which is where most people fail. Waiting until you feel motivated or until next Monday arrives means another full month passes while your belly fat remains completely unchanged and your health risks quietly increase. Motivation follows action far more often than action follows motivation. Every single senior currently seeing real results from this method started exactly where you are right now, reading about the technique and deciding whether to begin. The only difference between them and people still struggling is that they started immediately instead of waiting for perfect conditions. Put on your walking shoes within the next hour, even if it's not one of your 4 scheduled days yet. Take your first 30-minute interval walk today, even if your timing isn't perfect or you modify the intervals. Starting imperfectly today beats waiting for perfect conditions that never arrive. You now understand exactly why 10,000 steady steps fail to burn stubborn belly fat, and precisely how Japanese interval walking succeeds where traditional methods fail. The alternating pattern of 3 minutes fast and 3 minutes easy activates fat-burning hormones that steady walking simply never triggers. This scientifically proven method requires less total time, fewer steps, and delivers faster measurable results, specifically for your age group. You don't need expensive equipment, gym memberships, or complicated programs. You need 30 minutes 4 times per week and the commitment to alternate your walking speed according to this proven protocol. If you're ready to finally lose dangerous belly fat using a walking method specifically designed and tested for our age group, hit that like button right now to help other seniors find this information. Drop a comment telling us which day this week you're starting your interval walks. Is it Monday, Wednesday, or are you walking today? Subscribe and turn on notifications because we're sharing more scientifically proven techniques that actually work for adults over 60. Share this video immediately with friends who've been frustrated with traditional walking programs that produce minimal results. Help them discover what finally works. Your transformation starts with your very next walk.